So I've got 13 minutes left of this drive. It's all traffic, and I was supposed to be doing these vlogs like every other day, and I forgot. So we're trying, all right? So this is the first Monday of January 2026 where I'm not fucking ill. It's a nice change of pace. So the last 10 days I have been knocked for six. I was raring to go in January, and I know it's not a whole like new year, new me sort of thing. I love a new chapter. I love like a new start to a week. I love a new start to a month. I love a new start to a year. And I always try to make sure that like I step up a standard for that. And then I spent the first 3 days in bed, just like shaking, shivering, freezing cold, sweating, like didn't understand what was going on. Then I got an ear infection, then I got a throat infection. And don't get me wrong, I still worked. I still trained as well, but it's been a really rough week. I still have this annoying cough thing. I think loads of people got this, but anyway, point being that it slightly threw me off this like fresh start for the year. But hey ho, here we are. So let's do a little bit of catch up. The gym is going crazy. It's January, obviously. We all see this from the other side, right? January, New Year's resolutioners. That's the kind of cliche, but fucking hell, I tell you, they show up. I don't want to give numbers too much, but January's been amazing for the gym. We built some really cool stuff to make sure that we could help people start their journey, try and do it a bit differently. On the coaching side, it's a weird time of year, man. Like people go into December, no one's got any money. And there's ways in other businesses that you can handle that, and you can kind of sell other things. It's not that way in coaching. So the business end for coaching in December is rough. But January, the whole aim for me was like, get it in gear, get on social media, get my stuff going again. I've got to post in an hour from now. Sorry, coffee is vital for this time of day. But obviously that's just, I've been posting okay, but I hate being robbed of a fresh start. Anyway, so now getting back on it. But January's been good. Business for coaching has just been looking after my guys, getting started up for the new year, start to get people setting their goals and bits. It's 8:23, which means my comms have started. So this drive will be the longest gap I get for the next 12 hours until I'm just on comms all day. And then mentorship, 2 new mentorees sign on. And I want to talk about that actually, because I love this business. And because I genuinely, I love building business, but I love the logic behind it and building systems and helping people understand what they're trying to achieve, and building ethos and values with people. Like it's the best thing. And I'll be frank, I'm fucking good at it. And that, like, I would love to do more of it, but you can't really advertise that, because I've got my whole coaching account, right? And you don't want to seem like the guy who's just being a guru for something. You want to make sure that you do still appear to be the coach. And so I can't really blur those social media profiles. And I don't want to build another one. We started a while back. It's called True Grit Coaching, I think. I can't remember. It's on Instagram somewhere, but I don't have the focus to put on that. I won't say I don't have the time. I could make time if I really wanted to, but the attention's just not there for it. So I'm building it very passively, but I think I've still got like 7 people on mentorship. But there's not been a business yet where I'm not like, oh yeah, I can definitely help with that. Like if it's helping people understand how to generate leads, LTV of people, retention methods, if it's building internal systems, if it's training staff, like this is the shit. And I love this stuff. And I think it's always been part of the reason that DBD has just been more successful than other coaching brands, for 2 different reasons. Well, 3, that's not true. 3 different reasons. 1, we are really fucking good at coaching. So that's just like obvious. But that's not always all that matters. 2 is that we understand the business game, right? So like we understand what we're trying to achieve. That doesn't mean that we're trying to play anyone. It just means we know how to look after people. We know what those processes look like. We know how to make sure that we have structure to what we're doing, and that we're not just some hobbyists fucking around. Like we take it really seriously. And the other is outlasting everyone else. I don't know how long you've been in the game for, but like businesses in coaching don't last. It's hobbyists or it's mates fucking around, and it's silliness and it's immaturity, and we don't play that game. We don't do things like putting our name on backdrops next to other brands. We don't do things like associating with specific federations. Like we're playing an infinite game. So if you ever get bored, listen to Simon Sinek speak about infinite finite games. I consider myself in the infinite game. Same for business, same for relationships, but specifically with DVD. And so I think it's just a realm I want to play with more. Like, if I could retire now and just help people run their businesses, I'd kill to do that. That'd be amazing. And I suppose that gives me the chance to talk about what 2026 is about, right? Because it's about, and hear me out, it's about balance. And that doesn't mean balance in my well-being and balance in work. I fucking love work. Fuck well-being. I have a really polarizing point of view on the whole balance thing, right? But my point of view here is I want to balance properly where my time is allocated within different businesses. So if you don't know this, obviously, I've got my coaching, I've got the gym, I manage another gym, I mentor with, like I said, like 7 or so people. I run DBD internally. I have a clothing brand. And then we have the social media work that we're doing and the YouTube and stuff like this. But there's just different things. And it's not to say I want to focus on one just because I enjoy one more. I want specific allocated time. I want to know exactly what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. I want to make sure that my resources are well applied, because that's all I've got. Like, the problem with coaching really is that it's a service business. So it's time for money. And it being time for money means either you run out of time or you don't make more money. Like, they're your only options. And where other people sell products, right? Like, they go, buy this fucking PDF nonsense, it's a tenner. But they could sell that by the millions if they just invest in, like, attention. But you can't do that in coaching. And I don't want to do that in coaching. I don't want to just coach more and more people. I'm actually finding, like, I quite like to coach, not exactly how many people I am now, and just make sure that service is as good as possible. And that way I can keep a very specific amount of time for it. And then I can do the other stuff as well without draining one from the other. And that's kind of what I've been working on. And that's the balance. And so I think at the moment, the things that are absolute priority to me has to be coaching, then the gym, and then everything else seems to be sitting on this same line where I'm like, okay, what's next? Because there's a phrase that I live with, fucking burned into my skull, and I hate it. Just to clarify, I do hate this sentence, but it's begin with the end in mind. Now, I didn't do that, and I don't do that, but I am about to be 33 years old. I would like to coach for the rest of my life, but when I'm 50, my social media profile is not going to be my fucking focus, and so it'll be built only on reputation, and so it's not going to be a main income. And that actually gives me a chance to speak about one more thing. This will be the last thing I chat about, but and so I do have to plan, like, what's my whole career going to be? Like, am I feeding kids one day on being a coach? I'd love to do this forever, but I just always am thinking about it. I'm always thinking, like, where does this go? Like I say, every other business in this line of work just dies out, and I can't be frivolous with that. I have to plan for it. So I don't know, it's just always on my mind. And then that brings me something that, you know what, you're never going to hear people talk about. And I had a conversation with 2 other coaches over the last 4 days about this, because I was like, I kind of am annoyed at everyone in my job, or the ones who actually fucking do it, not all the fake ones, but who don't talk about the stuff. Coaches get fucked over all the time. That's people not paying them. That's people not paying them on time. That's people treating them like shit. I've seen a ton of this. Like, there are people, like, I don't know if you forget this, like, get spoken to badly, get taken advantage of, don't get their boundaries respected. I've had people who, like, long overdue payments, and then I'm like, I've gave you the benefit of the doubt, like, this does need to be paid, and then they just don't do it. Like, ever. Like, they just ghost you and disappear. And don't be wrong, I don't have to work with people like that anymore. I get to be quite harsh. Don't always know who you're going to get, but, like, these days, it's significantly better. But I will tell you, in my career, I would say I have probably lost 20% of my total income to people not paying. Maybe that's a little high, but this happens to people all the time. And it got brought up because it was happening to another coach, where she had people leave. That happens. That's part of the game. But those people, none of them paid what they had agreed as a notice period. None of them paid their final payment, which means that person is out a chunk of their salary. Like, that's their income. That's all they have. And I find that really stressful. And what you can do is you can bring in whatever it's called, I'll say money processors, payment processors, so things like Stripe. But then you have to increase your prices, and people take it to advantage. Like, I don't use one because I want to make sure that I keep coaching as affordable as I can for the amount of work that I put in. But I'm at the point where I'm like, I might have to do it long term because people just wreck coaches. Such a weird line of work where you just have no outer protection. So I only want to speak on it because coaches aren't allowed. They can't complain about it because it's social stigma, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. They deserve to be able to say, like, it's a rough line of work. Like, it really is. I might talk about it more. But I'm just about to pull up at work, which is at the gym. I have my offices upstairs. And maybe I'll bring you up. Hold on. Let's do this last bit together because I don't know if you guys have seen it all. I don't know how familiar you are with the gym. I won't go through the front door because that's typically where I get stopped quite a lot, and in my offices. So for now, this will be me signing off. But we'll go do this last bit together. Oh, let's get you off here. You're probably gonna go flying, mate. Ah, there we go. Right. Oh. In case I haven't shown it much, this is my new car and I do love her. I even got arguments about this, like, because I didn't want to show it on socials. Parked in front of the gym, love that. Up here, mate. Thank you. I didn't want to show it on socials because I was like, it feels like a dick move, like it feels like a brag. And I was like, well, I fucking bought it. Everyone else is allowed to show their car. So if you're one of those people, and I know a couple of you, who watch my socials just to shit on me, I hope you're enjoying the show. Ooh, over here, mate. Over here, buddy. Hold on. Let's get his bag on me back properly. Oh. Oh, sorry, that probably fell on the mic. Come up here. There you go. Yeah, if you're one of those people who watch it just to give grief and you have an issue, I really hope you're enjoying it because this must be a tough watch. So, let's see. There's the front door of the gym. We park over there. But we're going to see if we can get up here today, see who's in the office. Might be no one, which means we might be coming back down. Come on. Oh, me legs. Oh, son of a bitch. I probably have a key for that as well. Well, should we try the front door? Oh, now the face track's enabled. Oh, thanks, buddy. Okay, let's try this one more time. We will go through the front door. Which means Cleo will be on shift. If you don't know, Cleo is my best friend and she is working here, which is really weird. Here we go. We'll just do tap to enter. There you go. What a cool system. She's not here. Must be out cleaning. Should be somewhere. Amelia, do you want to say hi to the vlog?
Hi, vlog.
And goodbye. What about?
Patient.
I'll be back. If you don't know, that's Amelia. She also works in-house with DBD as well as DG. And so the benefit is my athletes, if there's any issues, I send them her way. Then we catch up and discuss any of them and make sure that programming is spot on for them. So another cool system. And then we have Spencer. Say hi. It does look like you're about to take over the world. This is the morning vlog.
Hey!
No one saw it.
Oh, no, Jacob edited this, won't he?
Nope. No one edits this.
Oh, shit. Welcome to my... Wait, Callum, do you want to see something cool?
Go on, try me.
What I was doing yesterday.
Oh, what is this?
This is the five things I wish I knew when I opened Premiere Pro for the first time.
Oh, look at you
go
making
on
little
YouTube.
stuff. And his account is?
Spencer Linham on YouTube.
There'll be nothing here.
Spencer.Linham on Instagram.
Nothing there either. And the mic's on me, so who knows if they could even hear it. And then we'll just take to office and then we will sign off. 14 minutes. Oh my God, look at me doing bits. Vlogs there, by the way.
Just going straight up on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
There we go. And then back to the office, which I share with Jakey Boy, who's not in yet, but you know what? It's looking pretty good. So, I'll catch you guys later on. Peace. Peace.